Hey guys, this is Jack again. I thought I'd give you an update on my Leakdown test results, things that I found. Again, I appreciate everybody's input on the Excel forum. So I found a YouTube video of a guy that probably is a little older than me, has a little more experience, and he did a review of this Harbor Freight Leakdown tester, and he kind of agrees it's a POS. Well, that's pretty typical of Harbor Freight, but hey, it's cheap. Get what you pay for. His point was that this really is a low pressure device. It really can't handle high pressure. And what he did, he agreed the right gauge there is kind of BS. He got rid of it, took it off, took the left hand pressure gauge and moved it over to the right side and plugged up the left side over here. And then just uses the pressure gauge over here on the left side mounted to the right, and just did math. And which makes perfectly good sense. A lot of these Leakdown testers I know don't come with two different gauges that does the math for you. So my rationalization was, well, why can't I just leave it the way it is, because I don't have a plug right now, and use this tester, but just read the left hand reading there. So I played around with this guy on the bench and greased up the plastic control valve down here, got this thing actually to show some reading. And I am putting in 100 psi into it from my small 3-gallon tank compressor, and I did 3 or 4 different measurements. And what I did is I just on this gauge here, I'll put pressure in, turn the knob, put pressure in, and then hook up the release valve, and then just do a subtraction, divide by the original number, multiply by 100, and you get a percentage. So when I do that, I did it once at 20, got 18 as the front cylinder, top dead center, no, the push rods are not out, 40 minus 20 over 40, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I get, in the order of 10, 5, 8, 7 kind of percent, not the 35 that this right-hand gauge was showing me yesterday. And that, to me, kind of seemed a little more consistent with the work that I expected from Dan Baisley and so forth. Interesting to note, you folks keep mentioning about pulling the push rods out, and for a couple reasons. One is so you alleviate the possibility, that your push rods are too tight, and the second one is it's tough on that drivetrain to leave the push rods in there. Well, on the front cylinder, I had no problem. On the rear cylinder, I decided to test that, and I just decided to go ahead and put like 90 pounds of PSI on the front gauge here. And when I hooked up the release side over here, this bike about jumped off the damn lift, man. And I got it tied down, obviously, and the front wheel is down, it's in 4th gear, but I did it twice, and I mean, the rear wheel rocked significantly back. So, I marked the timing wheel, but it's pushing the piston down. So I see your guys' point now about, removing the push rods, or at least significantly making them really loose. Anyway, so that was kind of interesting. So I guess my conclusion I'm kind of coming to is, I think I do have good valve seal, both exhaust and intake, and this, the noise coming out the crankcase down here on the rings probably is, to be expected. I'm thinking I'm going to try a different compressor today, compression gauge, and do a compression test again. That just with a kicker, I'm getting what I say, 75 or 80 in the back, and no change with oil in it. That's not that bad. I might have an issue with cam 3 and 4, as one of you folks brought up on the forum. I might be off a tooth on this guy here. So this guy here might be why this is down into, what did I say, 60 versus 75 or 80. But as far as my hard starting issue, I think it might be just me and my tuning. I still need to tweak the Mallory timer and obviously the Super E. It's just a learning experience. Anyway, I just wanted to give you an update, and again, appreciate everybody's feedback. Fun stuff. All right, thanks guys. Bye.